continuing our unit on genetics. So yesterday, we learned about what DNA is made out of and how DNA makes up your genes and helps to code for what traits a person or an animal or a plant would inherit from their parents. So, now that we know that genes are passed down, you get one from your mother and one from your father. And genes can be either dominant or recessive. So let's talk about plants because they're a little simpler than humans. In a particular species of pea, we can have tall plants and shorter plants. So here we're going to use the capital letter T to code for a tall plant. And this is the dominant gene. And the lowercase letter t is going to code for the shorter plants, and that's your recessive gene. And since you get one of these from a parent and one from the other parent, you could have some different combinations, which I'm going to write over here. So you could have two capital T's, which would be two dominant genes. So this plant would be tall. You could also have two lowercase t's, two recessive genes. This plant would be short. It doesn't have any gene to tell it to be tall. So now, what if I had this one? What if I had one capital T and one lowercase t? So one dominant tall gene and one recessive short gene.
Medium size.
Like?
Tall.
Tall plants.
Just tall.
It would be tall because the tall gene is dominant, so that takes over. If that's present, it's a great question. If that's present, it will always be a tall plant. And there are some situations in which there's something called incomplete dominance or codominance, but we'll get to that tomorrow. So that's a little more complicated. So if we're working with these combinations of genes, and we want, say we have two tall plants, and we have two tall plants that have this combination, and we want to cross those plants, and we want to know what percentage of the offspring are going to be short plants. We could use a tool called the Punnett square, which is really helpful for predicting what kind of offspring you're going to get from a particular parent. And you might have seen these before in your other classes, but we'll go over how to do them again. So first you draw a square. Simple enough so far, right? Then divide your square into 4 boxes. So after you make your boxes, you put the genes for the parent 1 on the top and parent 2 on the side. So we have capital T, lowercase t, and capital T, lowercase t. You put one letter next to each box, one letter above each box, because each parent gives one gene to the offspring, and that gives them their combination of 2, because they have one from each parent. So I'm going to fill out this top part of the box for you, and then you guys can help me fill out the bottom. Is that fair enough? Here we have a capital T and a capital T. So we put those both in the box. This one comes from here, this one comes from up here. So this would be a tall plant here. Here we get this capital T and this lowercase t. So this plant, what would this one look like? Tall, good. So can someone tell me what to put in this bottom left box here?
Big T, small t.
Perfect. And what would that plant look like? Tall, okay. And one box left. What would go in here?
Too small.
Yep. And what would that plant look like? Short, great. Or small, whatever works. So now, if we wanted to know what percentage of our offspring we could expect to be short plants. These are all of the possibilities of combinations we could have, so we have 4 different possibilities. So you would just take, you have 1 short plant, you would divide 1 by 4, and that will give you your probability. So, can anyone do that division in their head for me? Yeah, 25%. 25%, great. So we have a 25% chance of a short plant and 75% chance of a tall plant. And that's it.